this project, SIREN is an AI agent crypto that had an absolutely massive run, an absolutely parabolic run. And the craziest part, I knew about this thing last year, but you know how the market goes. You're not confident in, you don't have confidence in a project. You're not sure where it's going to go. Even though, you see it a few times, you're not sure because, projects come and go so quickly. One day you're checking on the project, it's very high risk, and then all of a sudden, boom, it goes to zero, right? So this is why I always say never invest more than you're willing to lose in any project, because at the time, what if I just tossed in $100 in the SIREN, or just a few $100 in the SIREN when I checked on it last year and just waited? This was around the time. When was this? Again, this was around the time of around summer or so, because it was launched, at the start of 2025. And if we take a look at a closer zoom in of the project, it had a launch. You see this? This is when it had most of the hype, right around the summer, and then it just completely collapsed. I pretty much thought it was over. I thought this thing is gonna go to zero, and I never really kept an eye on it as much. But if I decided, okay, it's still going sideways here and it hasn't went to zero, right? Could have just tossed in a few $100 into this thing around the end of last year. And then what would have happened, right? Boom. Massive run to 3 billion market cap. All the way up to 3 billion market cap. Do you believe that? Wow. And what's so funny about this is that, someone with a smaller portfolio, if they did toss in, a few $100, maybe a few $1,000, they took the risk, at around what market cap? At around 7 cents, 6 cents, yeah, 7 cents, 6 cents. Around that time, then it went all the way up to $1 to $2 to $3, right? Would have been massive upside. That'd have been like what, a 20, 30x? And again, what sector does it fall into, right? What type of project was it? It's on Binance. So people are speculating there's controversy here with BNB whales. Obviously, BNB has minted a lot of millionaires, guys. So the people are speculating there were BNB 7-figure to 8-figure, even 9-figure BNB whales that, caused a massive run on SIREN. But what type of project is it? What sector does it fall into? AI and big data, AI agents, right? This is why I say I think when I'm creating my thesis and telling you guys my thesis here with AI agents and AI projects being successful, or being the place where you could take a small amount of money and then, have that big wealth effect, similar to what you saw on Solana in the early days of Solana with, the memes on Solana like Bonk, like Popcat, Dog with Hat, Mog, etc., right? The early days of Solana minted millionaires with people with less than, a few $1,000s. They tossed them, they bought some of the memes. They held for a few months or 6 months, 3 to 6 months. All of a sudden, they're $1,000, $3,000, $500 becomes 6 to 7 figures, right? So I think the same wealth effect is going to happen clearly on Binance, BNB, and base chain as well, right? I think the same wealth effect is going to happen, but it's going to be AI projects, AI and big data, right? And AI agents especially, right? I think that's what's going to be the sector. That's what's going to be the sector that really takes off here. And it looks like SIREN all of a sudden, because of the massive run, is the top leading AI agent project. But I think it's going to get flipped. I think, personally, I think it's going to get flipped by a project on base chain. I really do think that's going to be the case. But will it do well in the future? I don't know. I'm not invested into it. I don't think, I'm not going to invest in it. I'll be honest. But there will be another project that has a massive run like this. And, with this channel, let's make it our job as, my subscribers, my supporters, let's find the next, massive AI agent or massive AI project that could have a potential run like Siren and go to multiple billions in market cap from, less than 30 mil? Because it started off less than 10 mil market cap, right? Had this massive crash down under 30 mil, went sideways for months, like an entire year of sideways, and then boom, one massive run all the way up to $2 to $3 billion in market cap. Insane stuff, like truly insane stuff, right? But this is only possible in crypto. So let's see. Let me do the math real quick, okay? Because let's round it off. Let's say you bought Siren at 6 cents. Let's see, $300 in the Siren now. It's 304 Siren, right? So at 5 cents per Siren, 10x, 50 cents, 20x. So you either had 6,000 Siren tokens. If you put in $300 into Siren at 5 cents, you'd have got like 6,000 tokens, 5 to 6 cents, 6,000 tokens, and then it went to $2, $2 to $3. So that'd have been $12,000 from $300. That's great ROI, man. So I personally think, like I said, that's my thesis, right? It's gonna be AI agent projects, lower cap AI projects. They did well, AI projects did extremely well in the 2023 to 2024 bull run. And I think on base chain, that's where the next massive AI, AI explosion will be. The next wealth effect will be. The next, network or, blockchain where you could take a few $100, few $1,000 and potentially make 6 to 7 figures, right? That's the next wealth effect. And we see here with Siren, right? It's an AI agent project, AI and big data AI agent. Went all the way from less than 30 mil market cap to 2 to 3 billion market cap in these market conditions, by the way, right? So now, again, I have my eyes on Banker sitting at 40 mil market cap. So that means if Siren, here, I don't know if they're generating any revenue. I don't know if anyone's using this protocol. If Siren was able to get to 2 to 3 billion market cap in these market conditions, well, guess what? I think Banker could get to a billion, if not 2 billion market cap, right? I'm also interested in ROBOTMONEY, which I mentioned in my video here. ROBOTMONEY, I think, could have the potential to get to maybe 100 mil market cap, anywhere from 10 mil market cap to 100 mil market cap. Same goes for FELIX at 1.6 mil right here. Anywhere from 10 mil to 100 mil, if not a billion market cap. NOOK CLAWD as well. All of these have the same potential to pull a Siren, guys. All of these are AI and big data projects, and all of these are AI agent projects, right? CLAWD as well. Austin Griffith works at the Ethereum Foundation, 3.8 mil market cap. This could do a 100x, 200x move, right? 380 mil market cap is a 100x. 800 mil market cap is a 200x from here, right? And you don't even have to toss in a lot of money into any of these projects. There's a couple $100, $200. That's it. And then you just hold them like Siren, because like I said, I knew about this project sometime last year. Because like I said, I have an eye for seeing good projects early. Well, not good projects, but projects that have fundamentals, I should say. Because I'm still not convinced this is a good project. I think this is just some insider whales doing a lot of, market making here. That's what I think personally. But I knew about this project when it had this massive move in the summer last year. Then it crashed, and I never paid attention to it again because pump and dump, going to zero, when I should have paid attention to it, and it went sideways. And then, tossing a few $100, and then boom, just like that. 30x move, right? There's another one as well called Pippin, right? Pippin. What's crazy is that Pippin, right? Back here at around 20 mil market cap, I had 200,000 tokens of Pippin. Again, back in the summer, end of the summer, going into Q3, I had 200,000 tokens. I saw one or two people talking about it. I was like, oh man, this is another AI project. What if this thing makes a comeback? At the time, another AI agent, AI project. I was like, what if it makes a comeback? I'm not sure. The Twitter got the Twitter got suspended. The Telegram got closed. I was not convinced. I sold I sold before the massive run, right? And I'm happy to admit my mistakes. But this was around July, August. It was at 20 mil market cap. I bought 200,000 tokens. Then I just had to wait, some months, like 6 months. Then it went on. Then Pippin went all the way up to what? 800 mil market cap. So my 200k tokens in Pippin, if I held those, if I kept holding those, it went to 81 mil market cap. That would have been 160k. With how much 200k tokens were at the time? $4,000 to 160k. $4,000 to 160k if I just kept holding those 200k Pippin tokens with all the crazy FUD. And again, another kind of like insider market making. But what sector is it? What type of project is it? Just like SIREN, it's an AI agent, AI and big data project. Now it's crashed all the way back down, but still, I could have made some massive gains here. Even if I sold it for just the 10x move from 20 cents to 200 mil, right? 4K to 40K. And then I'm like, oh, I'm out. I'm taking my profits. I'll leave in a little moon bag and see what happens, right? And I think, like I said, we're going to see, in my opinion, this is my thesis, we're going to see the same type of moves take place on base chain and the AI agents and AI projects on base chain. You could potentially see BNKR, again, go to a billion, multiple billions. Maybe ROBOTMONEY does it as well. Maybe FELIX, maybe NOOK plot, maybe CLAWD. We'll see, guys, because if SIREN and Pippin were able to do the moves like that in the worst market conditions we've ever had, right? From less than 30 million in market cap to billions, or Pippin got to 800 mil, SIREN got to 2 to 3 billion. Look at the overall market, guys, and look at what these AI projects are doing, because people are speculating on AI agents, AI and big data projects. And like I said, I think the projects that I'm talking about, even if just one of them makes a move like that, even if it's just one, I think, it's going to be massive upside. And you're going to be like, well, crypto space has said it first. Let's take a look at the chat. Have I looked at Cookie DAO? It's supposed to be the next chain link in comparison. I'm personally for me, I did see Cookie DAO, but I'm not too convinced on the project. I'll be honest with you. Now, this is the thing. It could make a comeback. It could. But I think these new AI agent projects that I'm talking about and looking into, I think they have more appeal to me personally, and they have more like I would say, not more going for them, but they just have, my instincts just tell me one of these could work. Well, obviously BNKR not for sure, because nothing is guaranteed, but clearly BNKR has a lot going for it. And since BNKR is going to have its own ecosystem as well, and some of these projects are in the BNKR ecosystem, I'm thinking like there's going to be like this crazy wealth effect here, similar to what happened with Virtual. You remember Virtual and how, Virtual did extremely well, and then all of a sudden you saw AI XBT and all these other projects on Virtual went, absolutely ballistic. So Virtual went to what? Virtual went to a 1.59 billion market cap. And then we had AI XBT, which was launched on Virtual, went to like a 700 million, if not billion-dollar market cap, right? It's not showing it here. It's only on chain. Let me see. So I'm thinking the same thing is going to happen with BNKR. That's my thesis, right? So right here, let's take a look. On Dex Screener, it's going to show me the full on-chain upside, because CoinMarketCap isn't clear with this. So Virtual got to a 2.79 billion market cap on chain, 2.8 billion. And then AI XBT, which was launched through Virtual, right? AI XBT by Virtuals, as you can see here. This got to look at that, a bit. It got to a billion market cap, right? It's crazy, right? So with that being the case, I think the same thing's about to happen here with BNKR. I could be wrong. Nothing is guaranteed. but never invest more than willing to lose. Because even $200 to $300 in a project under 40 mil, under 30 mil market cap, and it goes all the way up to 100 mil to a billion market cap, anywhere in that range. That's massive upside, man. I really think that's going to be the case. So as far as Cookie DAO goes, I know about Cookie DAO. It's a cool project, but this is where my focus is at, Fly. Thank you so much for joining the stream and supporting the channel. Be sure to leave a like. But I'm not seeing much more people tune in here. I just needed to get this out and make this, speak about this, because this is like my thesis here, especially after SIREN did so well, and it also being an AI agent project as well. Right here, as you see, AI agent. I was like, okay, yeah, something, the same thing with Pippin as well too. AI agent projects are the ones that looks like they're going to be the projects that could, again, 10x to 100x, if not 200 to 300x your portfolio. It's clear. This is the second time I've seen this. First it was Pippin, which is another AI agent project. Nobody cared about. Nobody was talking about it. Boom, 10x, 100x move, right? Now we see SIREN. Another AI agent project. Nobody paying attention. Nobody talking about it. Boom, 10x, 100x, 200, 300x move, right? I think it's gonna play out again here on base chain, man. And I'm betting on the Banker Eco. I'm betting on projects launched through Banker. So I'm, Banker, obviously whole Banker, and ROBOTMONEY I think is a winner here. FELIX could do well. NOOK, plot, and CLAWD. Those are the ones I'm betting on, guys. So, just letting you guys know, if you're tuning into the stream, like the stream. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice, guys. Nothing is guaranteed in crypto. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Join my Discord, follow me on X, and subscribe to my Clips channel. It really helps out. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you in the next one.